What's up?
Hey,
How's the weekend been?
it's been pretty calm for the most part.
Pretty calm.
Yeah. And yours?
Mine has been it's eventful. It's been okay.
Yeah. Just had to get some errands done. Get my sticker. And I just went ahead and got that compliant ID just to get it.
Oh, you had to change your license this year or get it renewed?
I just got a duplicate because it costs it's cost wise it's a little bit less than if you just renew it, because I really didn't have to renew mine until 2022.
Oh. Okay, looks like we are live right now.
You're live.
Yes, live. What's up, people? Sunday, another Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Whatever you want to call it. How's everybody doing? My name is Greg Smith. This is Ken Robertson, friend and business partner I've known for a while. I'm not gonna say how long, just a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We know each other from working at now Spectrum. It's called Spectrum. We've been on each other from working from Time Warner. That's how we know each other from.
Yes, indeed.
So I guess if you saw the post, you're probably wondering about what am I talking about when it comes to I'm sharing this out. When it comes to how am I running this? When I said 100 years with COVID. Now this is not something I made up. This is something I saw on a post on Facebook, and I decided to kind of use that as a title.
All right.
And if you were around here during 9/11, you know there were after effects that happened with 9/11. And that's what my intention is, to get your attention about those after effects that really changed the way we live, especially 9/11 was almost 20 years ago. I was 42 when 9/11 hit. Okay. It changed a lot of different things. I want to share a post that I ran across. It was not a post, something on let me see. Here it is. 9/11. Everybody remember this, seeing this? Come on. Seeing this 20-something years ago, the Twin Towers, how 9/11 changed America. 4 major reasons. Lasting impacts with the lesson plan. And you know, any type of disaster like this, am I showing good right now, Kent?
You're good.
Okay, just want to make sure. Most of your disruption events changed America for a long time. Even the Depression changed America, okay? And it's not going to be any different with this COVID-19. But with 9/11, this article gave 4 impacts that impacted the United States. First is we got into that ongoing war in Afghanistan and with Al Qaeda, and the Taliban, and all that stuff. It's still over there. Okay, ongoing wars. Okay, since our military involved in Afghanistan, which continues today, has turned into a longest running war in U.S. history. And although former U.S. combat operations ended in late 2014, more than 8,000 U.S. troops are still there to stem the ongoing Taliban insurgency. In August of 2017, President Trump announced his intention to boost troop levels in the region in response to the deteriorating security conditions. So one of the biggest things with that disruption and a lot of things was the ongoing war, okay, that we still really in the Middle East, all right? Okay, here it goes. Immigration and deportation. They say the Bush administration created a Department of Homeland Security in 2002. Now, for all you got people that may not have been born in 2002 or during that time period, we didn't always have a Department of Homeland Security. That established during this time period. This was another GOP administration. 2002 cabinet level office that merged 22 government offices or agencies, the Immigration and Naturalization Service and the U.S. Customs Service, both formerly part of the Department of Justice, were consolidated into a newly formed U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which they call ICE. The agency was overseeing a massive increase in deportations. They have nearly doubled since 9/11. So this is what caused a lot of this. And mostly people that are from the Middle Eastern descendant were targeted. It's like no different than what happened with, I guess, what, World War II, when the Japanese attacked. They opened up Guantanamo Bay and put a lot of these people in there also. They should probably say something about this here. Impact 3. Okay, the friendliest skies. Okay, this is what really changed. If you are a frequent flyer, and this is ongoing right now, long airport lines, full body scans. You didn't have this kind of stuff pre 9/11. Okay, occasional pat down for the lucky ones is all part of the course when you fly these days, and it still is. Okay. Before the advent of color-coded security threat warnings, pat downs were rare and liquid. Were allowed, and now the notion of having to go through full body scanners was the stuff of science fiction. Now you can't even take liquids on board, because I guess there was times where liquid nitrogen was brought on. Okay, it says 9/11, some airport security teams even allowed passengers to take box cutters, not no more. None of that stuff you can take on a airplane anymore because of what happened in 9/11 and the other plane that was attacked or hijacked or whatever you want. The fourth is the big surveillance. The U.S. Intelligence State Department boomed in the wake of 9/11. The growth resulted in marked increase in government oversight, primarily through vast clandestine network of phone and web surveillance, which is what we got now, increased through, even they saying with our cell phones. Classified documents were leaked in 2013 by former government contractor Edward Snowden. Detailed expansion of closure, surveillance state of sweeps into lives of millions of ordinary Americans. So, you know, everybody's up in arms about our privacy, and we heard all this stuff in the recent years with about what's going on with social media, especially Facebook, with our privacy being invaded and stuff. And this is all stuff after 9/11 that has come about. Now, right here, it doesn't show Let me go back over here. Okay, yeah, 2002 administration opened up Guantanamo Bay, opened the detention centers for illegal people, and it was more than 650 foreign inmates. Wow. Well, a lot of people don't understand when I said that COVID will be, it's going to be an after effect for 100 years. I was kind of being facetious, but I wasn't. Because after any kind of disruption like what's been happening, that's why I was using 9/11 as an example. People still suffering from after effects of 9/11, especially physical, from when the Twin Towers fell, a lot of fire, first responder people contracted lung cancer and other health ailments. Singer Donna Summer, supposedly, she was in New York when that happened, and she contracted lung cancer and died from it last few years. So, and that's from being in New York with that. So those are the after effects that are contributing today now from 9/11. Now we're in another health crisis, financial crisis, physical crisis, whatever you want to call it. Maybe even worse than 9/11 because it's been an ongoing thing. Mm-hmm. And at least with some of that stuff, it didn't make you be in quarantine. Okay. I don't know. Did you watch 45's speech or thing today? He was talking about some therapeutic thing they're working on.
No, I didn't catch it.
It's some kind of therapeutic, but it's really nothing new because there was another doctor. He said that they had been doing these things for a while. He tried to put it off as it was such a new breakthrough towards a vaccine or a therapeutic immune thing for COVID. And he said, no, it's not. It's not a breakthrough. It's not a vaccine. We've been doing therapeutic trial tests forever. So it's those type of things you got to watch. And it's bad to have to say to put this administration as and I'm not trying to make it political. This ain't got nothing to do with political. It's just what it is. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying to everybody right now is that if you remember 9/11, this is what I remember about 9/11. It interfered with the entertainment industry. Remember, it set back all the stuff in the entertainment industry, shows and everything. Even football was set back. Okay. Remember, I don't know if you guys recall this, but the Super Bowl usually was in like late January. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. After 9/11, that got set back. So most of the time now, it seems like football, it might be late January, but it's mostly seems like it's in February or now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Remember the Oscars? The Oscars used to be in the springtime, like either that day, the first day of spring or March or whatever. Now the Oscars have been either moved up or moved further back. And that's a result of schedule changes and stuff from when 9/11 happened. I don't know if anybody recalls all those times. Those are the things I'm saying, after effects of disruption events that have happened in this country. We are now in another one with this health crisis. We don't know for sure what these disruptions are going to cause. We are seeing what's happening. There's no preseason football, okay? It is up in arms whether there's going to be any college football at all, okay? Even though they're talking about moving it to spring, how's that gonna affect, all the other sports that dominate during that time? Like, you got basketball, you got, all those type of things. You're going to have them running into each other. And there's some schools that dominate more in basketball than they do in football, where they, make their revenue through television and advertisements and all that. that's a big disruption for schools. Okay, what are your thoughts about that, Kent? I mean, I was, like I said, when I was 40, when 9/11 happened, I was 42 years old then.
I was, when 9/11 happened, I had just, yeah, just too long turned 33.
Okay.
And of course I can, like everybody else who was, uh, alive and well, and doing going about their daily routine. Yeah, it was. There were certain things like before 9/11, when I had my with my daughter and my stepsons. We used to go out to the airport and watch the planes take off and land. The kids got excited about it. It was something to do. Of course, after that happened, that that doesn't even exist anymore.
I know. I know. You don't have that kind of thing anymore, for the simple fact because they put so much restrictions out on it. You can't. I remember as a kid, we used to go look at the airplanes take off and land and stuff at the airport. Can't do that no more. Can't do none of that kind of stuff no more. Because of the security.
You used to be able to go out to the airport and have lunch or something like that.
Right. So those are the kind of things that probably a lot of people who were either young or wasn't even around when 9/11 happened, you don't have that experience. And that's one of the things we were able to used to do. I did it as an adult too. Take a girl up there, okay. Watch a plane, make out, whatever. You can't do that kind of stuff no more. Mm-hmm. That's another thing of the after effects of what happened with 9/11. Now, what we're seeing now, and this one video I was watching about, this what gave me the idea to talk about this tonight. The possible after effects, and we've talked about this earlier, and I think this is going to be more and more part of the norm. Like we're doing, we're working from home. Mm-hmm. Companies are seeing that there's no need in paying $1 million a month for office space where you can give all your employees access to their network and work from home. That's what we're seeing. Facebook is doing it. Google is doing it. Nationwide Insurance is doing it. All these major companies are saying, why do we need to pay that when we got social media and the internet that allow us to work from home? People are doing it now because they said, well, we can save a whole lot of money. And the only time that people need to be in those offices is kind of to maintain the networks. Mm-hmm. So the people who are working from home can, maintain that internet wireless connection. And I was just watching on 60 Minutes. They're talking about, driverless truckers. Okay.
Oh yeah. I've heard of that. Yeah.
They're talking about the AI technologies are now advancing where, I know they've been talking about, and I thought they did some experiment here with driverless cars here in Columbus. Mm-hmm. The jobs of pre-COVID are probably going to be gone in the next year.
Oh yeah, I would assume so. I think because, and you and I've discussed this, off the chat, as well as on, because hey, corporations, companies, they're looking for their bottom line. They're looking for what is going to bring them revenue, and if they can save, just like you said, if they can save millions of dollars on office overhead, guess where those cuts are going to come?
I
And
mean, you know, there are, yeah, that's true. Them cuts are going. Another thing that has been mentioned and we're seeing now is college, universities. The day of the big universities may be passe for the simple fact, like I said this before, 2003, 2004, I finished my degree online. I didn't go to a physical campus. I did it all online. Now, almost over 15 to almost 20 years later, what's happening? Remote college, they closed all their camp, Notre Dame, Southern California. A lot of colleges went in for a couple of days. A big spread happened. They had to send the people back home.
yeah, yeah. I I heard today on the news or yesterday that I believe it was either Capital University
They're doing all remote.
yeah, doing
Yeah,
all remote.
they're doing everything is going to be remote. They're not having all that. My point is, people, that we've been talking about a lot of different. We've been talking about how social media and the internet is a very important tool to learn to use, especially now with this COVID, and it's even more so with all this other stuff with the news telling you schools are closing, they're going all total remote. So anybody, and since we are what men can't do as business, we help home-based business owners to use social media in a better way, because now it's even more advantageous that you learn how to market using these tools and services, especially with the onslaught of what's been happening with this COVID. And then we do not know, and it don't look like anything, or if any time any of this stuff is going to go back to pre-COVID, up to what happened where we were in 2019. We're not going to be what we were. I was looking at some old video, some stuff I was doing last year. At Facebook, they give you this memory thing from last year. What a difference. Okay, some things I was doing last year. My friend Eddie and his girlfriend Gail were here because he used to sing with a group here in Columbus called Yambambe, and they played at Easton. It would have been a couple of days ago. That's a year ago. Easton did not have their jazz summer series because of the COVID.
Right.
None of that stuff has happened. All the festivals here in Columbus, I probably say everywhere else, they all been postponed this year. And they may not be back till they may not be back next year.
Yeah, we
because if they don't, we on the news, we have all these therapeutic immune therapy, vaccines, serums, whatever happening, but some of them are in only first stages, some they say in second, but they don't know how they work. And then we got this administration talking about, oh, we're going to have this stuff out before the election. Nah, get the hell out of here. Yeah. Get the hell out of here with that stuff. We got to, what I'm saying to people now is, the days of how you used to do business are right now gone. And it looks like they may not come back the way you think and used to doing things. When we're saying to you now, you got to get into a mindset and gear yourself to learning what we do and what we teach as far as leveraging social media in your business. If you're not doing it, you need to be doing it, because the days, especially you guys in the home business, the days of the coffee shop, the days of the meeting in the mall, the days of meeting wherever are very limited to probably gone. Because even, I hear a lot of stuff about that. Even if they do find some kind of vaccine, it's not the time of getting this vaccine or whatever, this therapeutic immunity thing to enough people is still going to have some people not being able to get it. when we just showed you about flying, 9/11 being pat down. Now you're gonna be scanned temperature. The airlines are setting their seating in a different way. There's a whole we're in another after almost 20 years of 9/11. What we're in now, another disruption that has disrupted everything that we used to doing in life. We was already disrupted from 9/11 for flying. You had to be there 2 or 3 hours early. Now you may have to be at the airport a day.
Right.
I mean,
I know, right?
Huh?
It seems that way.
I mean, if you think about it, if you had to be there a couple of hours earlier after 9/11 to get to get your stuff together with this COVID, they're probably going to want to. You probably have to be checked out, temperature, and then checked out again. So you may have to be there at least a day, maybe 12 hours ahead of your flight.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's some things that are going to be changing. Look at there, the little gato. The one I got, he's in here too somewhere. Where's he at? Oh, he's on the chair in the back here.
Okay.
We're in a situation now, like I said, the old, I call them 20th century jobs will be gone. Most of the jobs you guys are going to start having to understand is going to be dwelling in some sort of IT type of thing, some digital fashion. All the manual type of stuff that you win. Nobody gives a shit whether you got a BA in psychology. Who cares? Nobody's going. They're not going to care about if you got whatever. If you don't have the technical skills that are going to be needed for this disruptive type of world where we're going to be in, the type of things that are going to be needed for when they hire, they're going to be looking for people who know how to use technology, what we're doing. They're going to be looking for IT type folks. And I'm not talking about just programming. I'm talking about how to set up stuff, to set up digital meetings like this. They're going to need somebody to how to do things in the background. These are all going to be the different type of jobs, if you're looking for a job, that are going to be needed in this changed economy. Because this economy, I'm telling y'all people, the economy is not going back to pre-2019. That shit's over. And if you're not understanding where it's going to happen, you're either going to have to, this is what's going to happen. You're either going to have to go back to school, which may be cheaper since the days of the university ain't going to be apropos anymore. More and more people are going to be able to go to school cheaper online because the university, why spend the money to have that? People people need to start understanding they're going to have to get connected. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity to have the internet and some kind of device to connect with, to communicate. Without it, you're going to be so out of the loop and left behind. I don't know what to tell you. There's all this stuff we don't know what's coming down the pike, but it ain't going to be what it was a year ago.
Right.
There are more and more I see online talking about remote this or that, and some of these people still trying to play this thing about the call center. The call center is going to be like what you're doing now, Ken.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I do not see. I really, if with what's going on, they're talking about we're going to. I know I posted this thing saying COVID 100 years. That's the after effects of COVID. The physical virus probably either, I'm not saying they're going to extinguish it, but they're talking about 2 years. So you saying maybe middle to 2022? Who's got time to wait on that scenario when we don't know what's going to happen? So the best thing to you guys is to learn to move, to develop, to adapt to what's happening, to learn how to do the things that we're doing now. What are your other thoughts about this? I mean, have you talked to anybody about, has anybody asked you about what's this stuff? And
honestly, the folks that I've worked with, I haven't heard anything, but based on what just in my own experience, and you and I had talked about this before. They say that we're moving into our new office in November, but I think if we do that, it's not going to be where we're in the office every day. It's going to be something like, and I don't know because they haven't finalized anything yet. This is just my speculation.
See,
but
yeah,
but I think at most, if any of us goes back into the office, it's not going to be fully office staff like it was before. It's going to be a skeleton crew at best, and even at that, maybe 2 or 3 days out of the week where there's someone actually in the office.
Yeah, I'm almost seeing that I see a lot of these companies talking about, do you have a 2-monitor system and all that? Mm-hmm. That technology is probably going to go by the wayside, for the simple fact it's too much to handle with data. They're going to have to use something like what we're doing now, a technology where you have the 2 screens like in one thing, because for you to always have to have that type of setup, it's going to be more expensive, it's going to cost more money, and it's not going to be as efficient. Technologies are going to have to change, and they're going to have to change more on a more slender, like I'm doing I'm on a laptop, and there's 2 where you're on one thing and I can see you that way. The days of those type of technologies are going to fall by the wayside because they're just not efficient. Efficiency is going to be the name of the game in this new, you could say, new economy, new venture in business. They're going to have to buff up bandwidth because it's going to be needed throughout all cities.
Yes.
The infrastructure is going to have to
get used to that too.
Yeah, the infrastructure money that Biden was talking about is going to have to include a whole wired city with enough bandwidth to handle everyone. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's going to have to because we are in that type of era now. A lot of people are just not.
Go ahead, finish your thought. I'm going to ask you after you finish your thought.
No, we're going to have. No, I'm really just saying we're going to have. They're going to have to recognize that for the type of economy, if they're going to bring that economy back. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. Do you? I know you remember, because I remember them on the rerun, but I know you probably never got into them a whole lot. Do you remember the Jetsons?
Yeah, I remember the Jetsons.
Do you believe that some of that same, like working from home, talking to your boss from a monitor or something like that?
Right.
it's coming true.
It's coming true. I think, you know, a lot of that technology stuff that you see on TV. Oh, I know what I was thinking of too. What was that movie with Sylvester Stallone, Sandra Bullock? Well, Sylvester Stallone was in a cryo state.
Yes.
And they had this, what was the to wipe their butt, they used the 2 seashells.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And physical, I hope this don't go, but physical intimacy was outlawed unless there's your bodily fluids were cleansed or whatever, some shit they were doing.
Right.
But that's a result of, and she mentioned it about these viruses that hit during that time period. And you know, these movies, when you look and when you start looking back at all these movies, you start like, were they truly trying to tell us something back then?
Right.
Now, like you just mentioned about the Jetsons and talking to your boss on some kind of monitor or whatever. Or, you know, stuff like that. And then, you know, they already got the smart homes.
Right.
Okay. Something I've been seeing online about solar stuff in Ohio. They pay you or something about getting paid or some kind of rebate to put in solar stuff into your home. And also they put some kind of generator, because they're gonna have to, homes today are gonna have to come, especially the new ones, they're gonna have to come with some kind of backup generator like they do office buildings. Okay? Because it makes no sense now with, you know, more people coming in the cities. They haven't expanded out the electrical grid, which is failing. Okay? So now you're gonna have to have some kind of backup when shit don't go, when it don't go right, to keep you going. And that's another thing that's happening. So we're in a time period now, people, that, hey, all the old jobs that y'all keep saying, banking is gonna probably go more from online. You don't even have to go to deposit your check now. You can do that on one of these devices. I've been doing that. I mean, you know, those type of things are here. I'm surprised we're still using cash. You know, because you know, with this COVID that's happened, you know, a lot of people were fearful that it could, wonder if it could be spread from handling, you know, cash, dirty money. I mean, you know, we just don't know. And there's just so many dang on things that we don't know that's coming to realization, that we got to really start looking at, okay, we got to take this marketing stuff seriously, especially people in the home basement or any, not, I would say any business that wants to stay afloat in today's market is going to have to be really seriously taking the marketing aspect of business seriously, because the days of chasing people around anywhere, they over. And they're really over now, since when all this stuff has started happening. Nobody's going to do it. Nobody's going to want to do it anymore. It's just even with all this, they'll realize, well, hell, I can market to many people without chasing them all over the world. And if I want to go somewhere, I just go and don't have to worry about, you know, all this other stuff.
Right.
So it's a crazy situation. And these are the after effects that we're going to be experiencing with, you know, with COVID, either if it gets lowered down where we got to just live with it or whatever. I don't know how you,
Yeah, because I don't, you know, I'm like most folks. I wish that this would be gone tomorrow, or at best by year's end, and then we can talk about, you know, in the past how COVID affected our lives, so forth and so on. But the reality is has been here for a while. It's going to be here for a while. We don't know if it's gonna hold out for another year or two, or if it's gonna be as a lot of, for lack of a better term, a lot of wishful thinkers think that it would just disappear in the next 6 or 7 months. That's I don't. Now, of course, I'm not a prognosticator or anything, but I don't foresee that happening.
I don't either.
Let's just deal with the fact that this is going to be here. This is going to be here for a while, folks. Whether we like it or not, whether we are tired of it, it is not tired of us. You know.
No, with with this happening, who's to say there's not going to be another event, something like this on the horizon? Because we just, is may have to realize that, hey, at a moment's notice, things change. I always know things change, but I wasn't expecting things to change like this, that quick.
Of course.
Everybody had plans for this summer.
Sure.
And it all got canceled out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything got canceled. I had plans. A bunch of friends of mine I had plans. It's just, we don't know. It's almost, sometimes I always think, there's always this saying, you make plans and God laughs at you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Then okay. If that's gonna be the case, why make plans?
Exactly, because and I told you, I had a class reunion this year.
Yeah, that's right.
The family reunion this year as well, and all that got kicked to the curb.
Yeah, and we did. It's just one of those things that you don't know, and you don't know what to do as far as planning anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just so it's so unknown what to do, and we sit up here. Okay, everybody's what's going to happen now. We're heading into the fall season. They've already canceled a lot of things for New Year's and Christmas type thing. I think the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade's been canceled. I think the New Year's Rockin' Eve type things, all that shit.
No.
That all, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Unless they're gonna do, there's something.
Yeah. As they have been doing with these events so far, and I have to say, I know this is not part of the topic, but I have to say I'm really surprised at how well the DNC went this past week.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised at how well they pulled that off.
Well, it's going to be interesting, and this is really kind of part of the topic because it's affected by what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How the RNC is going to pull off their convention,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still having it at some place, in part of it virtually and part of it at the White House, at the Rose Garden. Okay. So we're trying to find, it's going to be interesting how they adapt to the situation at hand and how good it will get pulled off.
Right.
A lot of people said they don't think they're going to be able to top anything that what happened with the DNC. We don't know. It's I don't know. When I saw him today, when I saw 45 making his case about this therapy thing that was given an okay. It wasn't a, how they want to say, it was given an okay to try it, but it wasn't approved as a definite remedy or definite vaccine or definite anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's always that he's got to make it sound like, because look, I said, you can't rush things that have never been rushed. If Mother Nature said, look, this is what it's going to take, but because you didn't put in place or took out of place something that could have stopped this, that's why everybody's being spanked because of that.
Right.
And it makes no sense to try to say, oh, well, we're gonna go against the grain. What he made a comment saying, well, if it was other administrations, they would be taking 2 or 3 years. Well, that's because if it was other administrations, we wouldn't have been in this in the first damn place.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Even the Bush administration said, and this was back in 2005, if you wait for a pandemic to arrive, you've waited too late.
Yeah. And he didn't plan, but he didn't have to. The plans were there.
Because there were provisions in place.
They were in place, but because of his bigotry, because of who it came from, he just disbanded the one that they had set in place in China, and then the one that in the plans that they had here. You can't just blame China for the things that you could have prevented happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it may have escaped. They fucked up in some aspect of whatever they were messing with. That's there regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is now you get over 170 motherfucking people that died. You got what is it? 5,000 here in the 5 million infected cases in the U.S.
Exactly.
And you got what is it worldwide? 20 million?
I believe so, and it's over worldwide. It's 8,000 dead now. 800,000, excuse me, 800,000.
See, so that's on him. And anybody that don't see that, you got the mental illness in that aspect, because if you don't take care of stuff, if you got the plans to do this and that to prevent something from happening and you don't do it, then you want to always blame somebody else for something that you could have prevented. Man, nobody wants to hear your shit. Nobody really wants to hear it. It's like when we go back and tell you, as marketers, we can open the door wide open to all the things that will help you be successful. But if you choose not to take us up on it because of some funky ass attitude you may have about us or whatever, that's on you. Mm-hmm. Okay, it ain't on us. We have done our job. Okay, on how to give you information or explain to you what you can do to have something better. And right now, you better be looking for something like that. And, I always say the Black and brown communities better stop trying to be the essential worker type thing, even though we got them. Let somebody else do that shit.
Yeah.
How did that Black and brown communities always got to be the brunt of any kind of serious health issue that come around? It's not worth it, people. Mm-hmm. You have another option available to you. Stop being so pride in your stupid work ethic that's getting you killed.
Right.
Okay.
It seems like we always, as a community, Black and brown folks, either we're going to be the best janitors, the best cooks, the best servers. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's value in all work. I appreciate that. My grandmother was a domestic
So was mine.
worker.
But that don't mean you gotta be that way, especially today.
Right.
Those people had to do that in the time period of which they lived.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And every time I tell people, I used to say that about network marketing. I said, in the days before social media and internet, the only way you could build this business where you had to be belly to belly. That was the only way in the time period that it allowed you to build a business. Today, you don't have to do it. And right now, you can't do it.
That's right.
So let's look at it from the time period that what you had to do because of what they had available to what you have available now. Things evolve. Things get disrupted like what we're having now. Don't let those type of things, because what you always did don't mean you always got to do them that way. Because right now, COVID shows you, no, you don't have to do it right now because it ain't letting you do it right now. So let's get that notion out your head about everything, I got friends of mine that talk about, they don't like social media because of this and that. Well, why did y'all hate social media so much? But then y'all sit up there in a job with a bunch of fools that you don't like, that you don't have to be with, and take their shit. You don't have to take people's shit on social media. You know how many people I've blocked, defriended, cut off on social media just because of all this stuff that's going on today? It has brought out people that
all it takes is the click of a click.
Yeah, there are people that I used to party with in the day. I ain't got much to say to them. And
you just move on, and you don't have to. You tell them you're going to unfriend them. That's one thing, but you don't have to do that. You can just boom.
That's right. I just
gone.
Bye. See you. Don't need to be with you. I just tell them, I post them. I said, I don't associate anymore with people who support this dark entity that sits up in the White House. It's like you got a right to support that person as much as I got a right to say bye, see you. I don't need to be with you. And I remember somebody was talking about one of my teachers from school. He was talking about something, and this person, well, if you keep being this way about this, you never have no friends. My attitude was that if they don't see what's happening, then they want your friend in the first place. Plain and simple. I don't need you. I said it in a post this week. I said, if everybody that was friends on here decide to defriend me, be it. You weren't friends in the first damn place. If because you don't like what I post or say about what's happening here, and if you can't see it, see, people fail to understand when you show me something about who you are, and I know that you're an asshole, and you expect me to just turn my back and forget about it, like the current regime, and then you think I'm just gonna forget about it, which was shown to us in 2015. It seemed like all y'all got a bunch of you forget what happened. What he showed us right there was who he was.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wants to bitch about it, but he showed us. It's like any relationship. I keep telling people tell you who they are by their action, not by their words. Sometimes it's both.
And just like Dr. Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Believe them. I don't, like I said, I don't have time. Next year I'll be 62. I don't have time to go through a whole lot of shit with grown folk like that. I don't have time to handhold adults about a lot of stuff when they can do it themselves, and all we got to do is show it them. Okay? We don't have time. That's not what our job is supposed to be. Everybody that gets on social media got to be some kind of adult. If you can read, you should be able to do something. Now, if you got some really fucked up disability or something, okay. But most of the time, most of y'all can read. This is a lot of people damn lazy. They don't want to take the time to understand certain things. I had to do it. Kent has to do it. I mean, we're in a situation that you're going to have to re-educate yourself. What you were educated to do back in 2019 is probably passé. And there's nothing else we can do. You know, and it's like we got this week. Let me run through this. We got a training this week.
Yes.
Go see if I can go.
Challenge this week too.
Yeah. And you know what people won't do. Let's see what people let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, it's a challenge. This challenge, people, we've been having these challenges since actually the beginning of near the end of last year. Okay. This is the challenge, and this we got a training Wednesday. Awesome. So I'm in the back office of MLSP. Everybody knows that this is the thing that we are, where we learn some of the things that we do. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. This challenge starts, I think, what is on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Level up your social media marketing strategy. Get clear on who your dream prospects really are. Learn to attract leads, sales, and signups with your business with zero rejection. One of the biggest problems most people in network marketing or home-based business, why they quit, is rejection. Well, we're trying to minimize to no rejection. I mean, you're going to get rejection. Let's just be facing it. That's just part of the business. We're trying to minimize rejection. This is a 5-day marketing challenge, makeover. And day one, this is what it includes, 4 questions to get clear on what your dream prospect really are. So you can attract ready to buy people, okay? Day 2, a 9-part power formula to uncover their problems and fears. So you can clarify your marketing and make money. Biggest problem most people in marketing don't do is market to the right people. You gotta market to the people who are looking either to solve a problem, they got an issue with something, or they need to learn how to create leads, which is the biggest issue in home-based business nowadays. I mean, it's a big issue with any business. It's like now the bars are closed early, but how many of them created an email list to let them know, hey, we got a happy hour at so and such time. We are closing at 10. Come this 10% off, whatever, on drinks. You know, whatever you need to do to show people that you are still open, you're still in business, to get them in the door, to keep that overhead paying. Day 3, they're showing you a secret formula to clearly identify how you solve problems so you can easily close. What happened?
Yeah, hey, you froze, you popped off, and then I was about to talk, and then you popped back.
I don't know what that happened. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, okay. Right now, I said day 4, how to be congruent in social profile, okay? Get lead sales and with no rejection, okay? That's what we're gonna show you how to do. Day 5. What's going on here? Is this showing now?
Yep, it's showing. You're good.
Day 5 is a social buckets, allows you to speak to the heart of your new clearly defined audience. What you got to do in all this stuff is to clearly define what the needs are of your audience and help solve those. Now see, well, all this is going to be given to you for $1, people. This starts next Thursday. The 27th runs to the 27th to the 31st. Next week is the last week, full week of August, people. We're running into Labor Day. And all this is for $1. You'll also get an access to all the replays, and all 5 amazing PDF downloads are yours to keep. All this for $1. Members get a lifetime to recordings. So you get 30 days additional live coaching and support and step-by-step marketing system to get results and much more. So after this 5-day challenge, you get 30 days more of access to all the information you're going to have behind in the back office of this. Okay? This is the problem in home business. Run out of prospects to talk to. You get tired of being rejected. You feel stuck and overwhelmed. There's nobody there to guide you. We're there to guide you, but you got to be willing to implement. Just because we guide with you don't mean we're just going to do all the work. That's not what this is about. Nothing is working for you. Well, if you're not implementing what we try to tell you how to do something, yo, it ain't going to work. They don't give you a plan. All these things are going to be given to you in this challenge, guarantee you. The owners of this platform will be doing this, okay? The solution. You need to get crystal clear on your dream prospects, soon to be buyers. You need to get crystal clear on your audience. You need a simple daily action plan. What that means, you need a daily thing of action plan to do every day to build your business, to attract buyers to your opportunity or your business or whatever it is that you're selling. Okay? Those are the type of things you need to do. This 5-day experience to help you get crystal clear, perfect prospects. Plus, we are going to map out a simple daily plan action right there. These are all the things they're going to do for you in this 5-day challenge, all for $1, people. Okay? These are the guys who are going to be teaching this thing on Thursday. Brian Finale, Norbert Orwitz, and Jim Finale. These are all called founders of this platform. They're going to be running this thing on Thursday through the 5-day challenge. Okay? So this is a thing to help you get over some things and not get off over a lot of this rejection type thing. 30 days. #1 marketing system on home-based business owners. Daily coaching. Community for 30 days to ignite your business. Now, if you're looking for this is how we got where we're at. These are all absolutely free. Get live daily coaching for 30 days. Okay, every day there's a coaching session going on. Monday, they got a morning call. Well, they have morning calls every day. Monday, 8 p.m., there's a new orientation thing. On Tuesday, they show you how to put together a marketing funnel. Wednesday is their 9 p.m. I call Top Earners webinar training. On Thursday, they go over social media marketing and prospecting. And Friday, happy hour, live interactive Q&A demos. Now think of social media as, like you said, a happy hour. Okay? If we didn't have the COVID, you'll probably be at some happy hour somewhere. That's what social media is about. It's a social platform. This is all for $1, people. With all this value, a $297 value, limitless DMO training, another $279, 40 courses to get prospects. That's a $3,000, almost $4,000 value. These are all the bonuses that you're going to get with this training all together. Okay. All this thing equaled up almost to $9 grand. You're getting a $9,000 value system, risk-free for $1, people. And then you're getting 30 days more to try it out. All you got to do right here, say yes. If you're interested, this hit us up. These are the people who have been doing these dang on things. Just realize I wrote at least one person a day. MLSP is the foundation of my coaching program, a part of the onboarding for people that join my back-end offers. I've been a member since 2015. I know the fact I wouldn't have been able to create six-figure home-based business if it weren't for this platform. So right here, there's a person who's creating 6 figures because of this training, folks. These are testimonials, okay? If you don't believe things are happening for this. Here's another one. Until MLSP, I worked so hard at working with wrong things. Now I double advanced in my business in February and made more online that month than I did in the entire previous year. Beat decisions. Beat decisions? Okay. Best decision I made, both of them, I guess. Okay. These are testimonials, people that have been here. Say, hey, what is this person? I don't know, new member. Hey, everyone, got started a few days ago, got about 10 leads in one day, and then slacked by not keeping up with the promoting daily, but leads and even some sales even been coming in. So we got systems in this place that if you sit out and set them up, they run by themselves, okay? This is this person that started in April, people. And what would do for your business instead of going out trying to prospect everybody that you're getting 10 leads a day in your business that you could close that will help you move your business to 6 figures. These are testimonies of people that have been in this thing. Super excited. After 5 days, I got my first lead and they actually wanted info. Hey, thanks. This really works. So if you guys don't think this really works, these are testimonies of people that are making big success things in this business. 2 guys right here. I don't know. Thanks for a large part. MLSP is amazing founder support staff and course members. Okay. These are the testimonials. $8,000 value, amazing value and bonuses that you'll get with this 5-day challenge. This is what's the catch? There ain't no catch. You just got to put some effort in it, pay the $1. If you don't like it after that, you get your $1 back.
Indeed.
Okay. But with $1, you get all this information that is back here in the back office. Okay. This is stuff. This is where a lot of people make it through this system. They've done. We've almost done over 1,000 sales in our network marketing business. Who of you guys are if you are in network marketing, this will help advance your network marketing business, because the biggest problem in network marketing today is you're not taught to market, you are taught to prospect. You're not taught to generate leads. And today, right now, you have to learn how to market online, be an online entrepreneur, and this is what this platform teaches you how to do. I don't think you could beat MLSP community and having the support where if you get stuck, you can reach out. Sherry Brown. So these are all the testimonials on how this thing works. First commission check, first many more to come. Yippee. Got my first sign up in 48 hours. Loving this, happy. You know, I'm not going to say that's going to happen to you, but it happens. This is all the stuff that people are experiencing with this platform, okay? So There's nothing more we can take. We've been on here an hour and 15, and we try to explain to you what is happening. This is a skill set you're going to have to learn. You got no choice. The days of running around prospecting people in malls and coffee shops, I'm going to say it's over. I had said it was over before, but right now, with this COVID lingering around, them days is over. People ain't not going willing to meet you nowhere.
Right.
Okay? That ain't happening. I don't give a shit what your damn upline tells you, your downline, cross line, moon line. Them days is through. The traditional way of doing business and network marketing is done. Okay? And especially with this COVID. If you're not willing to learn new skill sets, you might as well, hell, you can't even go get a job. You're going to have to learn this anyway. You got, hey, you're going to have to learn how to use social media anyway, so you might as well do it in your own business.
Yeah, exactly.
Because ain't nobody trying to call you to, hey, they're not even trying to call you for an interview. A lot of interviews are done virtually.
Yes.
So you're going to have to learn these technologies, no matter which way you go in this business, in this COVID, with what we just explained to you tonight. COVID may be here 100 years. The after effects is going to definitely be here a while.
Oh,
we
yeah.
ran down to you what happened with 9/11 and today. Those are the kind of things that are going to be on top of what we've been dealing with after 9/11, after 20 years of 9/11, after effects. Now we got this thing to deal with. So what you going to do, people? That's all it's at. This is it. Ain't nothing else going to be happening out there. You got anything to say, Kent? I'm really like, hey.
Man, hey, I think you hit every, because at first I didn't know, I had an idea of where you were going to go with this, but now with it being, with us chopping it up, talking about it, folks, it's really that simple. Anything that you're going to want to do, you're going to have to learn some new skill sets. And as Greg and I stated before, especially, I mean, we speak to everyone, but we do look in particular, do our best to look out for the black and brown communities, because
right.
That's what we're originally from. You don't, just like Greg and I, both of our grandmothers were domestic service. Does not mean you have to go that route, and you don't. And especially with COVID and social media and the internet being the tools that they are today, why would you want to put yourself through that?
And when you don't have to, when you can, anybody right now probably can get connected to the internet. If you look, if you're on SSI, they got deals where you can get the internet connection for $10 a month, people. So there's no excuse to say, I can't afford it. You better find a way to afford it, okay? Because like I said, it is necessary today. Even if you're going to get a 9-to-5 job, you're going to have this. If you want to stay out of that area of being risk affected and bringing it back there. And that's one of the reasons why they're talking about black and brown people are the high risk, because of the jobs. It's not that they are physically more high risk. It's because they are more exposed to situations that will make them high risk. Let's get that clarification out right now. I think some people think it's because they're physically more exposed. No, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Everybody can catch this. Difference with black and brown communities is because of where they have to work, where they're exposed at. Their exposure is more high risk than a lot of them. That's why I want you to get a clear understanding. We're trying to help you to not be high risk, not be risking to be out there, you know, in Black and brown communities. Sometimes you got a household of 2 or 3 generations in there. Why would you want to risk bringing back that germ, that virus to your grandmother, or in the Latin communities, your abuela or abuelita? You don't want to bring that to them, to them, or tío, tías. You don't want to bring that. They are the most high risk of any of us, okay? And if there's a way that you can not be that high risk, we're willing to help you do that. We're willing to help you if you're willing to help yourself, okay? It doesn't take us having to hold your hand. It's just because we got the resources where we can direct you to. But you got to reach out to us. You know, if you want to especially get involved with this dollar challenge, you know, PM us, instant message us. We'll give you the link to sign up.
Yes, indeed.
That's all we're saying. Okay, we've been on here about, wow, hour and 20 minutes.
Yep.
You got any other last words? I don't want to keep everybody on because, like I said, this is Sunday night. This is the last Sunday before Labor Day. God.
Yeah. Yeah, I've really got nothing to add it with the exception of we appreciate the folks who took time out to watch us tonight. You can of course, I know Greg will have the replay on for those of you who haven't caught it. You can catch the replay on any one of Greg's social networks, because the man, he just got it like that when it comes to the different venues where you can catch the video. But for those of you who have watched it, like it, share it out. Check out the challenge. Only $1. I mean,
you spend more than that. You'll spend more on that on a Starbucks a day, right, for this, and you get more value from this than you would getting a latte for $1.50 or $2. Okay. Right,
and the coin of phrase that's been said already. But what in the hell do you have to lose? You know, it's $1. It's $1. You'll even get that $1 back if you decide you get that $1 back. So you're not losing.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to lose. You'll gain some information. See, today's market, information is power. You can have all the talent and junk in there. If you don't, and if you got the information and don't implement it, it's wasting information anyway. So you gotta understand that what social media is about transfer of value, information to right groups, sources, people who may value it to help them for whatever they're doing. That's the new distribution line. Social media is the new distribution line. Okay, you know, in network marketing, you're all talking about distribution line of goods and services. Well, right now, this distribution line is social media and the internet and platforms like this. We distribute information to different groups they can use to implement platform, change the world, change their lives, change their community, whatever it is. This is a new distribution line of information. It's been that way. That's what social media is about. I mean, if you think about social media in the aspect of when you go to a bar or to network at a hotel, it's the same thing. You socializing, you trade business cards, you give information about certain things. Well, that's no different than what we're doing, what you would do then. We're just doing it virtually, okay? So everybody can be safe and healthy. That's all we're doing it for. That's what this whole social media aspect is. Don't worry about what everybody else think or say about it. The hell with them. They're not paying your rent, putting food on the table. You guys need to learn how to take care of you. $1, people. If you cannot spend $1 even if you couldn't see the daggone thing then, you get the recordings for 30 days, you get access to them. So you're not going to lose out. It's always, it's a big win-and-win situation. Okay? For $1, you get access to all these trainings and stuff for 30 days. How is that a loss?
None that I can see.
$1, people. I spent more on that in a day on stupid shit. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten my iced cappuccino from Tim Hortons this year. Haven't gotten in a few years. And I think the small one of them was $1.50 or $2, I think. So $1, folks, $1 to change your life, $1 to have a future. Because I know there's a lot of people out here struggling with stuff out here because they don't know which way is up. You can't depend on the government about what the hell they're going to do. They sitting there tripping over their own schwangs about whether they want to give another stimulus package. Hell, they don't even want to make sure that your mail gets here. Okay? It's all that kind of BS is going on. So you can't depend on them. This isn't about Democrat and Republican. This is about saving your, helping your family and all that other. You can't depend on none of that stuff. Though, you got to have the right administration to allow you to do the things that we're doing now. Let's don't get that twisted also, okay? I'm not saying that Democrat, Republican, it don't make any difference. It makes a difference of the right people that are in there. Because there are people in other countries can't do what we're doing. We don't want to get in that situation. They tried that shit a couple of years ago about trying to slow down the internet when this current administration was in there. Let's keep it real. Okay, I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to hit on all points so you understand we're not here just to hear ourselves talk. We're just not here for that. It is what it is. So, you got any last closing words? Gospel, spiritual, things. Huh?
Emotional outburst.
Emotional outburst, whatever. Like I said, when I do this Sunset Sunday thing, I try to keep it real, try to keep it short and sweet. People got to go to work tomorrow. People still got to meet that mule, be it virtually.
Right. Or working from home. You've got
you're still mandated under the boss.
Exactly. And you best believe just because you're working from home, please don't get it twisted. You are still under those company guidelines for that amount of time that you are on their clock. Okay?
The only difference is that you're not exposing yourself to possibility of getting COVID. That's all it just different is.
That's it.
We're trying to get you to understand about if you're working from home, why not be your own boss from home?
Exactly.
Get the freedom to do things how you want. Why? My story is, I take it from this guy named Scott Michael. He said, my whole thing about having my own business was to sleep until I was done. And I said, yes, to sleep until I was done. It is unnatural to have to be woken up by an alarm clock. You know how many times I wanted to smash an alarm clock and throw it through a wall or out the window or whatever? It's not natural. It's more natural to wake up naturally. I remember, who was it? He's dead now. He was the first diamond in Amway. He was talking about how he used to wake up his cooks or whatever. Oh shit! I don't want to say it's not the rate. What was they were the first black diamonds. I can't think of it. Well, Halsey. Yeah, Halsey. Yeah. Halsey's. He used to say, I remember Sunday morning, Me and my wife will wake up to the smell of bacon in the morning, go downstairs, the cooks have our food and everything. Yes, this is a possibility. They were first diamonds was double diamond, I think, when he passed.
Yeah, I think
One
so.
of them. But he used to tell that story, how they used to wake up with bacon cooking in the smell it, that would wake them up, or the coffee percolating, whatever. Those are the kind of things. I don't know what your dreams are. Nobody knows what your dreams are. But like I said, mine was to wake up till I, wake up naturally, wake up, sleep till I was done. I don't want to have to. I hate it when I have to go to a doctor's appointment. That's telling you, oh, I gotta wake up or whatever. I try to make my doctor's appointment in the afternoon. I'm not a morning person. Okay. So, it's those type of things I'm trying to tell you people. What is it that you want to do? What is it that will make you do what we do to do what you want to do? Your dreams don't have to be ours. Your freedom don't have to be ours, as long as it's freedom for whatever it is you want to do. We're trying to get you to understand there's probably, you don't have to work till you drop dead. Too many of y'all got this notion of, and I bet you too many of y'all worked so many damn jobs. You didn't work long enough anywhere to acquire a retirement. And retirement is not guaranteed to nobody. So you might as well start a business where it can develop passive income. That's another subject we should talk about later. Maybe next week. Because that's what the wealthy do. And with social media, internet, COVID, it is possibility that you can match your income, whatever that means. If you match your income, that takes you out of the risk of being in that environment. If you're happy with what you're making, or if you're not happy with what you're making, but at least take you out the freedom to do what you want to do, and then you can build upon the income that you have. Those are the kind of things we can help you with. That's all we're saying. We can't guarantee no being Bill Gates or nothing like that. That's not what we're saying. We ain't even that.
Exactly.
But, we're just trying to, black and brown folks especially, to get y'all's asses out of that environment that is making y'all the high risk in this pandemic. That's the thing. Or anybody that is high risk, they want to get out of that. We help home-based business people to really learn how to market and quit prospecting online. Prospecting ain't marketing. Like I said, I wrote a book about that. 2017 is on Amazon. Is this book, The 5 Keys of Success Known in Today's Market, knowing the difference between prospecting and marketing. That's what I wrote about, and it's not what your upline wants to keep telling y'all about. As marketing is different than prospecting. Prospecting is an active bodily thing you have to do, which you can't do now. Marketing is a passive way of sales to set up ads, whatever, but we teach other things besides ads that can help market your message, your business, your product, whatever it is you want to sell. So you don't have to do it all the time. So you could choose to do whatever the hell you want. So you could choose how to do your Sundays. My Sundays, King could contest to that, but since we haven't had to do that, couldn't do that this pandemic, I usually cook something I haven't grilled out all year, all summer. But I usually kind of invite you over. We sit there and get out in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
Have a drink or two or whatever, and I grill something, whatever.
Right.
That was my Sundays. If any of y'all follow me on Sunset Sundays, I used to talk about that too. When I was just doing it off of this phone. That's where we live at, people. That's the climate we live at. That's the technologies we got available for us. And there's no excuse that nobody can't get out of the corporate plantation. No excuse, folks.
None, folks. None.
All right. With that being said, like I said, heart attack rate usually goes up between now and Monday morning. That still applies, even if you're rolling out of bed to your home office.
Oh yeah.
And we don't want anybody to drop dead at their home or office, their computer, because you stressed out, hate your job. Because if you die, drop dead at your home, remote work, they'll have your job in the paper before your obituary. And I say this every Sunday, because I want you to know what you're dealing with is no bullshit. Okay? No bullshit.
It is real. Greg and I have the tools to get you where you need to be, learn the skill sets, get your leverage, and so you can leverage your business. It's all about leverage.
About leverage, people.
Get that upper hand and you're leveraging your business. You can go just about anywhere you want to go in your business with the proper skill sets and tools to leverage.
Proper skill sets, leveraging, and to create the lifestyle that you want. That's another thing. I was talking about creating lifestyles for people. Ain't nothing about that. You only go around this once. So you might as well create whatever the lifestyle is you want to have for yourself and your family. Okay? And most of the time, the job doesn't create the lifestyles that most of y'all want. What, 2 weeks vacation that you got to earn when you start? Then you got to earn sick leave too? That ain't no lifestyle, people. Y'all scared to go home when you're sick because you might get docked or they might do something on it. Nobody wants to live like that. I didn't. That's why I get the hell out of that. Been through that when we worked at Time Warner.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got people sick now, probably coming to work, sick with COVID, getting everybody else sick, infected, then you still don't have nothing. Don't make sense, people. Don't make sense. All right, with that being said, I hope you get value for the night's show. Share it out to people who will get value. My name is Greg Smith and this is Kent Roberson. We'll see you next week for some more info, maybe some more shenanigans.
You can never tell with us.
whatever happens. Sometimes I never know what my topic's gonna be till near the end of the week. Like, you know. Oh, you know what? And I'm talking about people. Ooh, this is one thing I keep messing up on. If anybody tried to sign into the link, I didn't change the date on it.
Ah, well, that would help, I guess.
Oh, well. I was doing so many different things today. Oh, well, you can still catch it on. Because when there's a link that I promote that has a download PDF that you can get for free. And I forgot to go back in there and change the date on that. It should something with Zoom should make it automatically you can do that. But it's my funnel. I didn't do that. So.
Okay.
All right, people. Peace.
All right. We are signing off.
We out of here.
Stay safe, everybody.